Hey, Chad here with Twit and Before You Buy, and today I am reviewing the Kyocera Hydra Elite phone. This is on Verizon Wireless. This is an LTE 4G phone. Currently it is running for free on contract and $349.99 off contract. It has a 4.3-inch display coming in at 1280 by 720 pixels. If you do the math, that is 342 pixels per inch. The battery inside here is a 21 milliamp hour battery. I've used this phone for about 3 weeks now as my main phone, and I can say that battery life, I was actually pretty astounded with it. I was able to easily pull a full day's work out of it, and sometimes I'd even get a day and a half if I didn't charge overnight. Inside, this phone is sporting a dual-core 1.5 gigahertz Snapdragon processor, 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, and built-in storage coming in at 16 gigabytes. This does have a slot for a micro SD card, so you can upgrade this up to 32 additional gigabytes. As far as the speed of the phone, it's decent. Day-to-day operations, completely normal. As far as the camera, on the back it has an 8 megapixel camera. This also has a single LED flash, and then on the front there is a 1.3 megapixel camera. This phone can record 1080p video at 30 frames a second. I was not astounded with the front-facing or back-facing camera. These are just sort of normal cell phone cameras. You're not going to find anything truly amazing on the Kyocera Hydra. Some other features is that right now the operating system is at 4.1 Jelly Bean, so we are a few versions behind. There is a small skin on this phone. You can see in the drop-down shade they've added a few extra buttons. A Wi-Fi connect and your settings icon is different. In general, I didn't find this to be too outrageous or too in the way. The phone does have wireless charging and NFC, so there's some nice wireless features with that. Bluetooth 4, that sort of thing. And also, this is a waterproof phone, up to 3 feet in water for up to 30 minutes, and they've done a few nice things with that. Is that there's no extra covers that you have to remove. The back battery casing does have a small seal around, but that's non-intrusive. And the fact that there are no covers to get at either the micro USB port or the headphone jack at the top is really nice. They've also done something interesting. If you look really closely, you'll notice that there is no speaker grill for the top of the phone. That's because this uses a bone conductive speaker in the top. This works so well that I didn't even notice that it was a bone conductive speaker. You can still hear the phone a few inches away from your ear, like you would expect with a normal phone. And when you put it up against your ear, it could be just on the flesh of the ear or on your cheek. Truly, it just feels like a normal old speaker. The glass on this phone is a little bit disappointing. It smudges incredibly easily, and also along the edge of the glass, the plastic side of the phone does raise quite a bit, where you can easily feel it with your fingers. It can actually kind of rub up against your ear if you're on a long phone conversation, and generally I just didn't like the fact that it was a raised side. You can easily catch it with your fingernail right there. For the pros, I would have to say that I like the price, coming in at free on contract. I also like the fact that it's waterproof, up to 3 feet for up to 30 minutes, and I was really impressed with the battery life of this phone. On the cons, general construction feels a little bit lackluster, with the glass on the front being smudged incredibly easily, the ridge of plastic along the screen, and the back is kind of this hard plastic back, which just feels cheap overall. This is a little bit of a slower device with, I'm worried about future-proofing, that your phone may become very sluggish in the future, and you are running an outdated version of the operating system, and I don't suspect that it will be updated anytime soon. Finally, wasn't really impressed with either of the cameras on this phone. So, for the Kyocera Hydra Elite on Verizon Wireless. Free on contract, $350 off contract. Buy, try, don't buy. I'm going to say try with a strong recommendation. Close to buy, except that it is in the mid-range phone area. So a strong recommendation, but still a try. Go in and use it, pick up the phone, feel how it is, check it out in a Verizon store near you. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Chad Johnson for Twit and Before You Buy.